It's let me create another live, people. I've got to get off of that one and come into this one. So, analytics, content. So I've got two lives going on here. What's going on here? Live. Jeez. Delete. Right. That's better. Yes. Can't hear the roosters. No, because I got my noise cancellation. I can hear them. Look, I'll turn it off. And you would be. See? But if I put my noise cancellation on, like so, now you can't hear them. Because it's got to be annoying. I mean, I'm used to it. But for you people, you might not be used to it. And it can be irritating. I was there back in January. Listen, here right now, we went to Dipolog yesterday. Good morning, Shell, or good evening, and good morning. Oh, yes, good morning to me, and good evening to you from Kansas. Good morning, everybody. Can't hear the roost. Listen, what I was going to say was, yesterday we went into Dipolog because my wife had to have a scan. You're breaking up and freezing, really? It says here on the bottom that it says my connection is excellent. I apologize if it's breaking up and freezing. I do apologize. Anyway, Squeeze was back here in January. Are you still here now, Squeeze, or have you gone back? Anyway, we had to go to Dipolog yesterday because, my wife had to have a scan. She's like 30 weeks pregnant. And the local gasoline station, out of service, it says, out of service, which means there's no gasoline. Connected well. Thank you, Michael. And we had enough gasoline in the car to get to another station. Anyway, we tried 5 stations. No gas, no diesel, no nothing. And we went to one which did have, and there was a queue. The queue, and I said to Mira, by the time we get there, there would be no petrol. But we did get our turn, and we did get fuel. And it was 99 pesos for 1 litre of special. It's getting higher, isn't it? It's getting higher and higher, isn't it? But anyway, it was a strange day yesterday, a very, very odd day for us, because we went to pay the land tax on this land that we have. Once a year, you do it, once a year. And we went in there, no problem at all for that. 50 pesos. Oh, sorry, I take that back. 54 pesos for 1 year. Okay, 54 pesos. So we did that. And then, like I said, we went to get the gasoline to get to Dipolog. Anyway, I've told you that bit. And we got to Dipolog. And we went into the scan place, which is a private clinic called, and they're very good. Normally, they're very good. Yesterday was a bit different, but it wasn't their fault, really. But it's called Geronimo Diagnostic Center. They do scans, x-rays, and all kinds of stuff like that. So the doctor we was waiting for was at a graduation, not for him, but for his grandson. So he was late. So we sat there for like 3 hours waiting for him to turn up. He turned up eventually. Then my wife went to have the scan. Now, last time she had the scan, the baby was in breech position. Okay. So I'm nervous. My wife is nervous too. I'm in New Orleans, but I'm in that process of building a house. Polanco, not far from me, my friend. Not far from me. Diesel, 125 in, but yeah, diesel here too, Wayne. Diesel here, 5, I think 24.9 in this one. When they've got it, of course. Anyway, getting back to the scan. So the last scan we had, baby's fine, but baby's in breech position. They call it a footling. Footling, for you women out there that probably know what a footling is. I do now. It's where the feet are in the position where to give birth, right? So, which is a bad thing. So yesterday, I'm nervous. My wife is nervous, and scan, doing all the bits and bits. My first thing, what I said, has he got a long nose and not a Filipino nose? And the guy was looking, says, yes, he's got a long nose, and it's confirmed now it's a boy, because he said, I can see his testes there. See his testes? His testes look bigger than his head. I think it's just the way that was on the scan. So the baby's still in breech. Oh God Almighty! Here we go. So I said, what? And the cord is coming around here, and it's here. So it's coming around the baby's head, but it's here. It's not around the baby's neck. It's all concerning. It is. It's all concerning. So he said the baby's still in the same position, but he says it's still got time to move to the right position. Me being me, Mira being Mira, we didn't speak last night. We come back, I'm like sat and I'm thinking, because I always think the worst. I do. I think the worst. Congrats. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But we aren't out of the woods. We aren't out of the woods. So he said, we've got to monitor this. So we've got to go back for another scan. I'm just looking now on the calendar at the end of April. And he said, sometimes by week 36, now she's 30 weeks now, okay? By week 36, babies sometimes turn themselves around to the right position. No, I'm not in Dermageddon, Papa, my friend. I'm in Dipolog City, further south. The next island, the island of Mindanao, northern Mindanao, the safe place. So we have to go back at the end of, and I'm looking at the calendar now. So yeah, 4 weeks time. So I said to the doctor, what's the worst case scenario? Because my wife doesn't ask questions. She's so timid and she's so passive. My wife's just laying there, she's scanning. Everything is fine with the baby. The baby is healthy. Heartbeat is brilliant. Everything is there. It's got all his fingers and toes and everything like that. And a long nose. I'm pleased about that. But the concerning thing is the breech position and this cord that's going around here. Now at the moment, it's not here. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. The doctors had to turn her around, but they wound up there in it. This squeeze. This is the problem that we might be having. Now they've got something called this. Let me see if I can remember it. Let me see. External. I'm just typing it. I probably spelled that wrong. But there is this. Now, what's up, G? What's up, G? Gangster that mug. Nothing, mate. Nothing's up really. But so they said that if the last resort is an external cephalic version where they try and physically turn the baby around, it's not always successful. It's not always successful, but now in England they are free. See, external cephalic version where they're trying to, all of this is free, but here no. So I'm talking to the old gynae about this. So I said, what is the cost for all of this? And she said, it normally goes together, but she says if you have that cephalic, they call it an ECV. We'll call it an ECV because it normally goes together. He's my wife now. Issues. I'm just talking about the baby in the breech position. CV, yeah, and here is very expensive, people. Now, yesterday, she said it's going to be around. She says you're looking at for the cesarean, and this is in a. It's not in a public hospital. The public hospitals here is, and even a public hospital, it costs you money. But anyway, in this hospital, which is the clinic, it'll be around about 150,000 pesos. This is for everything. She said this is for the ECV if she needs it, and the care because she actually have to stay in hospital for a while. Hello, you lovely, 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 lovely people. Yes, but yeah. So it never rains, it pours, doesn't it? It never rains, it pours. So I remember you said that. Yeah, the dollars. Now because of this. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So now the solar is totally on the back burner. The solar is out of my head now, and I've got this bloody damn thing to worry about with. I said to Mira, I said, ever since I've been in the Philippines, it's yeah, that's about right. I said, it's been nothing but problem for me. I mean, we've had happy times, but I've had a lot of problems as well. But getting over one problem and then you come to another one. But I suppose everyone's life is the same, isn't it? Just in different ways. Everyone's life is the same. But this is worrying. It's very probably less videos because I'm to because I think the concerning thing is this cord that's going around because it's not here yet, but it's here, and it could easily, if they try and move this is what they said, if they do try and move the baby, the cord might get around the neck. So me and my wife hasn't really been speaking, to be honest with you. She's not really speaking now. I think she's because I said, Mira, I says the worst case scenario is a C-section, a cesarean. And she says, but that's not my ambition. I said, it's not anyone's ambition to have a cesarean, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. But and she's past herself. She's panicking already. I am as well, to be honest with you. I didn't sleep last night. I slept about that much, and I thought I've got to do something to take my mind off of it. I've got to do something. So I thought I'll do alive. So here I am, people. Here I am, and changing the subject just a little bit is the president of the Philippines. He's in denial. He's in denial. I was just reading an article just before I come on here, just for topics of conversation, and he said, although we are in a state of energy emergency, he said you got nothing to worry about. He said we've got plenty of fuel till the end of April. Yeah, and after that, and in Manila, the Habbo drivers, the taxi drivers, they were protesting because obviously they are not earning money because of the price of the gasoline. But the president has said, "Don't worry, don't panic. There's no need to panic. There is no problem." I love his style, though. I like that. But he's got to face up to it. It's like when we went to pay the tax for the house yesterday, and the guy, that we paid the tax to, he was talking about it. What's this? Sorry, people, I'm sort of stopped. I'm going to read this comment because it's about the baby. My daughter's baby was breech until the last minute last summer. She was looking up on YouTube exercise. Yes, that's what my wife's been doing. Mira, she's gone out. I think she's gone out the front. She was looking up on this last night with these exercises where you do that and what do? You stay there for 10 seconds. That, and there's the one. Yes, she was looking at these actually last night. Swimming as much as possible. Yes, that's correct. Swimming as much as possible. That's what Mira will be doing. In fact, after this live today, we will be going to the beach, swimming. Can't go in the river. It's not deep enough because there's been no rain. The river's that deep now. It's normally 4 or 5 feet in places, but now it's only this deep. But yeah, we're going to do that. I'll see where she is. Mira, She's gone out. Or she's ignoring me. Because last night we weren't talking. We weren't talking. She was sat in this chair, opposite here where I've got my electric fan. Many mosquitoes here at Calzone. Many. But I've got the weapon. I've got my weapon, and this is brilliant stuff. So I hanging off the couch. One time she was hanging upside. I had to everyone. Oh dear me! I had to, sorry, I went upside down and made her husband. That's cheered me up. That's cheered me up. It's brought a little tear to my eye, actually. Yeah. I'm looking way for a husband to rescue her. Oh, but you know, I've got the pied de resistance here, and this is brilliant stuff. So I'm just looking at that message there. Yeah, this is brilliant, and it works for about 8 or 9 hours. But daytime, no mosquitoes, and you don't want them daytime because around about 3-4 o'clock, which I've looked into it, should be saying, yeah, bees extinct. Steve, you're regarding your comment on here. It says an American arrived at Diplock several weeks ago and is on YouTube. He said he went to Diplock City. Yes, you can, and it's once a week. I think it's on a Friday. I don't have to do visas no more. I'm on a 13A, but when I did, you can get them in Diplock. 1 day a week. I think it's on a Friday. He's there. But other than that, Orsamis, I would never go down to Pagadian. I would never go down there. It's a bit dodgy. Even the local people here say to me, because we've got some good fishing down Pagadian. So I've been told, and I was like, I go down there. But people say, don't go down there, Stephen. Keep away from there. Keep away from there. So Orsamis, quite easy to get to. It takes, on the bus, it takes a long time, like 3 hours, 3.5 hours with the stop start. But if you drive it yourself, you can do it in that slow drive, an hour and a half, and you're in Orsamis City. But Orsamis is so damn hot and crowded. But yeah, you can do them in Diplock only 1 day a week, which is on a Friday. So yeah, Calzone, yeah, the mosquitoes here, about 5-6 o'clock in the evening, they come out when the sun goes down. And in the mornings, I think, what do I think is the worst? Evening time are the worst. But as I said, the resistance here, and I just, as soon as I feel a bite, and I should do it before that really, but I forget. As soon as I feel an itch, that's it. I put this on and then no more, nothing. But a few weeks ago, I was bitten this here, in here, twice. Fuck's sake. That mosquito wasn't happy biting me once, it bit me twice. And been to Pagadian several times, no issues except Filipinas smiling. Yeah, it's just what people here tell me, Steve. That so rather than me going on my own accord, I listen to what the local people tell me. And I know things get exaggerated, but I'd rather listen to them than go on my own devices and get myself into trouble. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on the news. I don't want to be on the news as a foreigner being kidnapped and his head's held up high. Don't want that. But yeah. I don't know about in the world, but you can see a dengue mosquito. They're very easy to distinguish between other mosquitoes. They're bigger, slightly bigger, and they've got yellow stripes on the back. They've got a black stripe, I believe, and a yellow stripe. I see them here sometimes, and that they happen at around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when they come out, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had dengue fever once when I first come to the Philippines. And I've been here for about 6 months or longer because I left the girl that I was with to begin with because she scammed me with a husband and that. And I had an apartment. That's how I met Mira, actually, when I was in this apartment. And I felt like the first symptoms for me, small fever, very, very small fever. And I felt all lethargic, very, very, very lethargic. I was getting, and then like I had a bike at the time, And I was riding my bike and I kind of didn't have no coordination. I thought, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong. And at that time, I knew Mira, but we weren't dating. And I used to go around her uncle's shop and buy my daily things. And I said to her uncle one time, I said, I don't feel all that good. I said, I've got a little bit of a fever. And the other time when I first met you, but we weren't together, and I had dengue.
Yeah.
And Mira and her uncle said to go to the hospital. Me, I'm instantly thinking, because foreigner, because I didn't know how the system worked. I'm thinking, oh, pound notes. But I did eventually go, and yeah, I did have dengue. I was sick for about 2 weeks, but not deathly sick, just crook. I was a bit sort of under the weather for a while. Morning, Doug. Morning, Doug. Doug said, morning, Mira, and he's my son as well. He's come up to say hello. What do you got in your mouth? Ice cream? Where do you get ice cream from this time in the morning? Ah, jam. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's glad to hear you and see you again. And hi to Kaylin and Mira. Yes, Cassie, yes. He's Mira. They're saying hi to you. And my son there, he's got an ice cream this time of the morning. Nina's for pizza. Dipolog. Is Nina's actually in Dipolog? Hi there, son. Yeah. Doug said hi, son, to you.
Daddy don't sell ice cream in Dipolog.
Oh, he's got to Dipolog selling ice cream, has he? Good for him. Good for him. Is it? Do you know what? I'm pleased you brought this up. You're near. Tagatai. That's meant to be beautiful there with a he's got a volcano there, isn't it, or something, or a big lake or something in Tagatai. Woo! I got your live. Good morning, people. Yes, good morning, everybody who's in the room. I want to eat ice cream all day long. Me too. I love ice cream. My son's the same. My wife doesn't like it, which is more for me and my son when I do buy a box. But yeah, there is different kinds of air mosquito, by the way. Yeah, really. I was just saying, I've got to go back up here to the messages because they've just gone too quickly for me to keep up with. Yeah, interesting. Trying to find good. There is a place here called Your Choice, and it's run by the Italian guy. I don't think he's there no more now, to be honest with you, but perhaps he might be. I don't know, but I've not seen it. But he was the guy that was kidnapped a couple of times. But that's the only decent Stephen. Oh, Michael, especially you. It had to be you, Michael, didn't it? Stephen Biden. Yeah. Anyway. Red tongue, because what's that? Strawberry? Strawberry. Good. We are lucky here in an Italian chef. Yeah. Pizzas here are absolutely diabolical. My wife loves them. Pizza. I just can't get my head around a sweet pizza. It's like sweet spaghetti. Sweet spaghetti. I just can't get my head around it. And I hate the taste of it. Yeah, red tongue, son. He's just got his tongue out at me, you know? Yeah, his tongue's red. Good morning from Alabama. Good morning, Max. Why did you remove your uploads? Got to tell you, people, yes. I had a video, my live was removed by YouTube. And yeah, Alberto's pizza is garbage. I had it removed. I'm going to see if I can look the message here. Because it said I violated the terms of service in that video because my iCard, I showed my A iCard because I showed it. They saw that as some for it, so they took it down. I got it here somewhere. I'm not going to show you the phone because they might think that that's the thing as well. Somewhere. No, it's not in Shopee, people. It's not in Shopee. That's the wrong one. Here. Okay. So it's here. Community guidelines removal. And he said this violation is not appealable. But anyway, it says your content, Philippines declares state of emergency. was removed, and that was because I put my iCard with my picture, me, like that on the camera. So they removed my video. Got a strike. Got a community strike for it. So I've got to be careful. So obviously you can't do anything with pictures on it or anything, show them on the camera. Yeah. Pizza in the Philippines is like eating cardboard and hot sauce and glue. It's worse than that. And that's bad enough, Michael. That's bad enough, but it's terrible. The pizzas here are absolutely diabolical. My wife she loves them. My son doesn't like them either. He's got the taste of me, my son. He doesn't like a lot of Filipino food. In fact, very little Filipino food. My wife, those pizzas, he tries it because he tries it. You know, like his mum's eating it and he spits it out. Yeah. Okay, Max, I love Newport and Orange. You guys are talking together now. Good morning, all. American living in Davao City. I think I might have spotted before. I can't remember. But Davao is lovely, really safe. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, they are. YouTube are very, very strict. Could understand if I was putting up a photograph of somebody else, but it was a photograph of me. And because I put it up there, I woke up the next morning and it said that's what I just read out there. My video was removed because it's violated the guidelines, and it wasn't appealable. So it's gone. It's gone. They are very strict on their YouTube, very, very strict, which is, I suppose, it's understandable. But what I do see is many content creators get away with a lot. Many get away with a lot of things without getting violations. Me, because it's me, I have lots of luck. I have lots of luck, but it's all bad. It's all bad. Take note of Alabama fishing. Alabama. Who's Alabama fishing? Is he on YouTube? Alabama fishing. Yeah, see, because of this baby thing right now, and all of this stuff that's floating around in my head, I've lost interest in everything since yesterday. I've lost a lot of interest in, the soul has gone out the window. And I woke up this morning. I say I woke up. I didn't sleep a lot really, but I kind of got up at 6 o'clock, and I've been like in a bit of a trance, to be honest with you. You're saying you fish, good fishing on the port. Maybe in there, but off the coast of Orange Beach is pretty good. Here's shit. Here where I am. And I think Wayne, if he's still in the room here, Wayne will vouch for that. Beach fishing here is absolutely, it's terrible. It's like the pizzas. It's like the pizzas. It's diabolical. Really. It's because there are so many fishing boats here for livelihood. Yes, it's terrible here. The fish here, yeah. It's hard to catch decent fish here. You've got to go deep sea, or you've got to find spots where there's reefs and they kind of put the nets there. Because all the time they can put nets out, they catch everything. And like I was saying, because it's their livelihood here, there is laws and regulations here, but they don't really enforce them that often. They might have a purge of like enforcing these nets, the size of the nets. You think, yeah, and nothing is put back. Nothing is put back. My friend, drones. With the drone, he takes it out maybe 300 meters and drops it from the drone. Best way to do it. Been here for 2 years now, and I agree the pizza here, it ain't real. It's not. It's terrible pizza. Mira, one of the guys in here, his daughter, the same as you, and she did the exercises and he turned the baby around. He turned the baby around. The exercises that he was looking at, he did it, and he said that she did one. She was hanging off the set. He got stuck. She had to wait for her husband to come back to get her back up. But yeah, it worked at the last minute by doing the exercises. He turned the baby around from the breech to the normal, doing exercise and fishing. The doctor fishing. I got fishing on the brain. Swimming. The doctor told his daughter to do as much swimming as possible. To do as much swimming to turn the baby. Anyway, so she doesn't know how to swim. Yes, you do, but she doesn't like. Sometimes, honest to God, people, sometimes. Hey, what am I doing here? What am I doing? She does know how to swim, but she doesn't go in the deep water. That's what she means. You don't have to go in the deep water to swim. Good morning from another American from Davao. I met my own Peaches at, oh, yes, Jeffrey. There's a guy who lives in Mudia, up from me. I haven't seen him for years, but he's an Australian guy, and he used to make his own pizzas. And we went around there one time. To say it was before COVID, so that's how long ago it was. And he did make a lovely pizza. But the best pizza I've had here, really, and you might laugh at this, is from Greenwich. It's called Greenwich Pizza. And I got the pesto one, and I got another one. And they weren't too bad. They weren't the best, but it's the best that I've had here. And it was 800 peso. Was it? No, it was 999, 1,000 peso, 12-inch pizzas. Yeah. Bad business, really, restaurant. Yeah, from life experience. Yeah. You can relate fishing to swimming. Yeah. But now you can relate fishing to swimming. You know, here, it's... You know, when I first come to the Philippines, and I met this guy called Sandley, because I was fishing on the breakwater in Dipolog here. And he was like me, you know, like he was fanatical on fishing. We used to fish all night, really. And the fish we used to catch was, I think, the best fish. I've got oh, no, I'm not doing it. I've got a picture on my phone I was going to show you, but I'm not going to do it because I might get that community strike again. The picture of me. So they call it a bugapo, but it's a lapu-lapu. It's a grouper. And that was, I think, it was touching 3 kilos. And that's the biggest fish I've caught from the shore here. Biggest one. After that, 500 grams, you know, like, you know, not good at all. But the time, you know, when we capsized on Sunday gone, we just found a good spot. Bite after bite after bite. They're only fish about this big. Some are not that big, but small fish there. There's normally bigger fish as the predators, but didn't get that time to fish, did we? Because the boat went like, oh God. More and turn from the tummy down. That Mira, here. Wait, I'll get it. Connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to connect you. The doctor said he told her to float in the water. You float in the water from your tummy down. So in your tummy down and turn around to tummy up. So you're doing that. Tummy down, tummy up, tummy down, tummy up. Like that. And stay in the water as long as possible. Not actually swimming back and forth. They went to the pool, you know, like every night for a bit. Mira is, she's 30 weeks. 30 weeks. And it's called a footling breech. That's the concern on the bottom. That's the concerns, and they write the concerns. But the last time she went, the baby was the same. I said before, don't worry, you know, before they said that, but this time they are, because she's getting closer and closer. So they're going to monitor. It's all money. It's all money. Like the scan yesterday, 1,500 pesos. The gynae, the OB gynae we saw afterwards, 800 pesos. He just mounts up. Yes, catching this first big fish. He was over the moon, and so was I. I was over the moon. Wind it, because at first we tried a floater, because I know there's a lot of debris on the bottom of that river. Small fish like this. Weren't catching them, but you can see them darting for the bait. Catch them, don't want to catch them. So I thought, I want to try and do a bit of a... Yes, case 2 months max, they reckon. But yeah, another 1.5 to 2 months. It's still concerning because, you know, you can tell by the way doctors talk. And like I said, with the breech, it's not so much, I mean, that's bad enough, but it's, you know, like it's the cord. So the cord's coming up here, and it's wrapping around, but it's loose at the moment. It's loose here. It's not tight here. Well, that's the concerning thing. Yeah, they do seem to push them here, Jeffrey. It's true. Even the dream, man. Yeah, have fun in the Philippines. I'm trying to have fun in the Philippines. I do not have fun in the Philippines, even if I don't go out. I still enjoy living in the Philippines. I love living in the Philippines. I do, but you know, when you have concerns with me, I don't really concern about myself that much. I don't, but Mira, I don't as well, if I'm honest, because we are adults. It's the kids. The kids are concerned about. Like 2 nights ago, my son had a fever, and he'd come from nowhere. Fevers do. And I said to Mira, I said, Kayla's all right. I said, was he tired or she got poorly eyes? So she felt with a fever. So anyway, you know, I think, here we go again. Here we go again. It's things like this that make me miss the UK's doctor system. Because here in the hospital, in Pinion Hospital, got any facilities for anything, but you can have a baby in there. They don't do cesareans. They don't do anything that, you know, but you know, you can have a baby in there. We went there one time when Kaelin was about 4 or 5 months old, and he had a fever. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I remember 4 o'clock in the morning. Went, no doctor. No doctor. So I said, where's the doctor? At a party. The doctor's at the party. I said, so what do we do? He said, oh, you got to go to Ed Peter or Dipper. So that's what we did. So here, there is generally no doctor in the night time in this local hospital where I am. It's only a small hospital. But yeah, on the good side, the birthing clinics have lots of experience. Casey, it's true. It's true, but they seem pretty uncaring here when it comes to babies. It's like when my wife gave birth to Kaelin in the local hospital here, they went for lunch. I wasn't there. I was in the house. My wife had a watcher who was the neighbour up here. Mira said something to the watcher. And she looked. The baby's head's coming out. The baby's head. So the watcher went to the nurse's station, and they just slowly just walked along, eating, still eating. And they said to me, why couldn't you wait until we finished our dinner? And they said, don't push yet, don't push. I think, dear God. Amira said they were very uncaring. She said the most caring person in that hospital was the cleaner. And the cleaner was doing something, you know, she was sat with Mira a lot. And I went there, and Mira said, you know, the cleaner's been fantastic. So I remember, I said, you know, do you like ice cream? She said, yeah. So I went and bought a big box of ice. Looking like this time, if I'm honest, it's looking like Mira won't be having the baby here. I think she's be having it in a clinic, I think, because of the way things are with a cord around here and the baby in a footling position. I said, is the foot stuck? That's what I said to the doctor. I said, is the foot stuck where it is? You know, I mean, is the foot jammed up into something? He said, no. I said, it's not jammed. He said, but it's just the way it is. It's, you know, and Mira's laid there and they're doing the scan. I can see Mira's worried and panicking. I'm thinking, Mira, ask him some questions in your language. Ask him, but she didn't, because she's so passive and so gentle. So I'm asking the questions. And he said, you know, we have to monitor. We have to monitor. So I said, is the cause for concern? And he said, well, the breech part isn't really, but he says it's the cord, the neck. He says, you know, if the baby moves to, you know, the cord gets tight. So I'm thinking, oh, God Almighty, God Almighty. So of course I'm worried with guts out. Ted, good morning, Ted. Our daughter was considered a micro baby, born at 24 weeks. Bloody 24 weeks. 1 pound, 12 ounces, luckily born in the US, so I had no medical care. Oh, no, I had. Yeah. Yeah, that was scary. When Kaelin was born, he was 3 weeks early, and he weighed 5 pounds, 1 ounce. So more than your baby, like, but you know, 1 pound, bloody hell, that it's not even a kilo. He must have been, you're fitted on your finger. But well done, okay, though, all good, yeah, because they got the facilities there. Here in Dipolog, no dream facility, I don't think. Can fix it for you, sir. 10,000 pesos. Where's that? Only 10,000 pesos can fix it for you. Where's that? We was quoted astronomical amount of numbers. You think they would have more concern? Yes, it's right. But exactly, they consider everything as a blessing. The 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 guy who did the scan, he was great. Basically, he was good. But the OB-GYN, it's like just matter of fact, But she sees it all the time, I suppose. But she said the concerning thing is the umbilical cord is around here, but at the moment it's not tight. It's lying across. It's loose, but it's across the head. Like weaker. Oh, 1996. Wow. Oh God, 25s. I don't know what would happen if a baby was born here at 25 weeks. Things. So, how can that? Oh, 100,000. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's more like it. 100,000 pesos. Yeah, I thought you said 10,000. So I said there's nothing here for 10,000 pesos in clinics. Nothing. Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, that's about right. It could be more than that. It depends on complications or anything like that. But yeah, for the cesarean, that's correct. You are not far. You're like not far out there. She's the one who had the baby last summer. I've met another Michael comes there. You have now Ted. Ted is a micro. What do you call it? A micro baby father. Good morning from John and Elsa from Pearl Farm, South Samar. Good morning, John and Pearl. Elsa, John and Pearl. It's because my brain's not right. It's because I've been talking about the baby and the concerns, and my brain is not right. So I do apologise, you lovely people. I do apologise. Yes. Have a great day too, Casey. You take care, my dear friend. Yeah, I'm looking at that. At birth, my son cut his own umbilical cord and let's. My father, because I was born in the house. Me, my sister, like I rest her soul, she's gone now. So it's my father. I'm there's only me and my brother left, and me and my brother haven't spoke for 15 years. So there's only me really. But when I was born in the house, and my father he told me that my mother did, and he was pacing up and down as the midwife was delivering me. Jackie. So the midwife was delivering me, and the baby was born, and the midwife come out with not the baby but the afterbirth and said to my dad, "Get rid of this." And my dad said, "What am I supposed to do with that?" And she said, "I don't know. Put it on the fire." Because then we all had coal fires and log fires in the UK. There was no central heating like 50 odd years ago, almost 60 years ago. So he did. He come down and put it on the fire. And he said he went back upstairs and saw me. He said to me, "Son, you were so ugly." He said, "You were so damn ugly." He said, "Your head was twisted. You had hair on one side and none on the other." It's a bit like that now, actually, isn't it? There's not a lot of change. But yeah, he said, "You were so ugly, so ugly." But I'll never forget that, my father. Yeah, my God, baby, dad, my hospital bills on you. 1 million. 1 million US dollars. Am I reading that right? $1 million. God almighty. I gotta go out again. Yes, take care, my friend. Hope Junior can flip around. Me too. Me too. And thanks for the concern, people. Really. Thank you so much. No, Joseph, I haven't got it because, as I've been talking about, I've got a bigger concern now. The baby's in a breech position and the cord is wrapped around here in the baby. So, solar system now for me is just out the window. I've got this to think about after having the scan. My wife had the scan yesterday with 30 weeks. Look, she's exercising. Look, she's hanging up the washing. So she's exercising. Look. She's a model and she's looking good. Bloody hell, that money. So, Ted, what would happen if you didn't have that $1 million? What would happen? Would they would they have not have done what they did? Would they have let the child pass or what? I don't know. Because it was a couple of years ago, I think, but there was a lovely girl here, and she was the leader of the youth church, and she's in church all the time. I can't remember her name, but I used to see her all the time. She's a tall girl, 14 years old. And Mira, yeah, what was the name of the girl who died? She was the church leader. Remember that she was a tall girl and she died. Can't remember her name. I forgot as well. Lovely girl. Nicole. That's it. Her name was Nicole. And she used to come here for water for the church. She said, yeah, of course you can get water for the church. And one particular day, my wife found out that she was rushed to hospital and she had something to do with brain hemorrhage or something like that. And you know, the doctors, even thinking about it upsets me. The doctors wouldn't even operate until they got money. Now, we didn't know this. We knew that she was in hospital, but we didn't know that she didn't have no money. I didn't have no money, but I would have sold everything that I had if I could have done to get, to raise the money so she could have this operation. In the meantime, her mother was trying to sell a caravan, which we didn't know about. Anyway, brain hemorrhage is serious, right? It needs immediate medical care. She died. And she died because the doctors didn't, they wouldn't operate until they got the money. Now, how disgusting is that? So she died, 14-year-old girl. She would still be here now if they had the money. Probably, maybe. Don't know for sure, but she died because the parents couldn't raise the money in time, and we didn't know. Like I said, we knew she was in hospital, but we didn't know that she wasn't being treated. But thank you. Here on holiday. It's James here from London. Are you here now, or are you in the Philippines now? Wow, bloody hell. Thank you very much. Thank you. Click this damn thing. Thank you so much. What do I do to see it? I don't know what I'm doing here. So much. I don't know what's happening here. It's not letting me type anything. Here we go. I'm just typing. Thank you so much. Really. Thank you so much. So, engage with your audience. Well, engage with your I'm engaging with my audience. In the Philippines, life is cheap. This is the trouble. But that's true in all. Life is cheap in the Philippines, but the healthcare isn't. That's very, very true. This, what I think about all this, it's I recently had hip replacement in Australia and I had to pay before they see. Yeah, I don't get all this. I think it's because I come from the UK and I can't even pronounce that. Alabaster Smidge. 46. Sorry if I got that wrong. I don't know, but I'm Alabaster Smith. But yeah, because I come from the UK, we get operated on there and then if we need it, like an emergency. Let's just say you had brain hemorrhage, you took hospital, brain surgeon there operating free of charge. Here, no, they won't touch you here until you pay money. They will leave you in the. So this is what I want to be doing, people, in these next weeks that we have left. I want to work as much as I can, teaching, try and get as much money together as I can to pay for this, if it's needed, to pay for the cesarean and this other thing, or the emergency things that they're going to have to be doing if the cord wraps around his neck and it doesn't sort itself out. But change the subject, people, because it upsets me. I get a bit emotional. Hopefully the baby will turn and all will be okay. Yes, Hassie. Fingers crossed. Positive thinking. The OB-GYN talking, and she hasn't got a lot of You know, she wasn't saying, "Don't worry, Mr. Smith," or "Don't, you know, don't worry, yeah, Mr. Smith." You know, she said, "Yes, it's cause for concern." I'm thinking, "Fucking hell, don't be telling me with that. You know, don't be telling me that." Sorry, that is private, but public you don't pay, but very long. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Front, the boss of people from the body from. DJ Michael, you know, you do cheer me up, my friend. You do cheer me up. Yes, Doug, you can pick my brain about Camberley. Yes, hi, Des. Yeah, you can pick my brain about Camberley through. Yes, you can email me. Have you got my email address? Have you got my email address? Shelby, you should never know our daughter was Premier. She's doing just fine. About 12 years old. Brilliant, mate. Yeah. Hold on. Am I allowed to put email addresses on here? I don't know. I can say it though, can't I? I can say it. Listen, I will tell you my email address is you can find my email address on my homepage in YouTube. If you go to the Philippines Life Through the Eyes of an Expat on the homepage, you go to more and it's got my email address, which is natureschoice.beauty@gmail.com. But it's on the homepage. It's Marika, they will operate first also. I know. It just doesn't make sense here. It doesn't make sense. Because, you know, like I said to the OB-GYN, says, you know, so, you know, what is the worst case scenario? She said, the worst case scenario is it'll be a cesarean section. I said, yeah, the worst case scenario financial wise, you know. And she said, you know, prepare 150. That's what? Oh, I don't know. But that's what she said, so that's what we'll have to do. I'm gonna have to beg, steal, and borrow and just work all the hours I can so once you can get it together, if needed. But anyway, on happier things. Yeah, look on my homepage, Doug, on YouTube. Yeah, it's on the more section, I think. Let me check on here. Let me check first. Homepage. How do I do that? Do you know, I'm so thick. I'm thick as shit sometimes, right? Yeah, it is. It's on my homepage. It's on my homepage. I will after the live. Yes, yeah. Very welcome, Doug. You're very welcome indeed. Ted, do you still work for them? I remember before Ted, you know, was you doing some work for Camberley, Ted? I still work for Camberley. After the live, yeah. And I was with Camberley, you can the maximum you can earn on Camberley, the maximum, and in your country, in the West, it's a shit salary. But in the Philippines, it's $10 an hour. If you have them students continuously, it's $10 an hour. So like, what's that, 500 pesos or something like that? I don't know. It might be a little bit more than that, 600 or something. Yes, 600 pesos or more or less, isn't it? 550. But you know, you can earn that. But some of the students, most of them, thank goodness, most of them are very nice, but some of them are very demanding. And you think, God, this is only $10 an hour. You know, you're very demanding here, IELTS and this, that, and the other. It's the Philippines. Yeah, they are. They are very hungry here. The doctors, very, very, very. I have a friend as well, and was on hospital here, and he passed in the tools, you know, the scalpel, this, you know, these doctors are it's astronomical, which it's okay. Because, you know, you work hard being a doctor, you work damn hard, you know, there's a lot of training to do. But also they should put the patients first for money, in my opinion. But they don't. They think this money's took over. Money's took over many things, life. But they want money before operations here in the Philippines. And if you needed that operation, let's say you was having a heart attack, right? They wouldn't do anything to you until you signed something or till someone brought the money for the hospital. Absolutely terrible, loads and shit. Absolutely. That's the way it is. You know, we move here being migrants. Like I've been back to the UK now for many years. I've been in the Philippines, and it's got some great things in the Philippines. I do love the Philippines, but when it comes to medical care, not for me. What happens to me is irrelevant. But my kids are very, they mean the world to me. Preply. I I used to work for Preply as well, or Preply, whatever it's pronounced. Preply isn't the correct way it's pronounced, but I did. The only thing I didn't like about that company was they used to take all of your money for the first, or they used to. I don't know if they still do it. When you got a new student, they would take all of that money for the first 3. I don't know what minimum wage in England about. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you won't get 1,000 pesos an hour here. With Camberley, you get $10 an hour. $10.10 or $10.20. I can't remember. But it's better than a pork now with a sharp stick when you're in a country where you don't need great, financial quantities unless you're in hospitals. That's a different story then. But to live your basic needs here, like, I built this house with Camberley, basically. And, the bits of savings that I had left after being scammed from all of the money that I'd come to the Philippines with, which was my own fault. But I basically built this house with a bit of savings that I had and with Camberley money. That's why it took 4 years. 4 years to build. When I had the money, I would put some more money into the house. Here she is, look. It's still bushy, bear. Look. Ow. How's the belly?
Okay.
All right. Finish washing. Pays through pay. Yes, Camberley pays through PayPal, and Camberley pay every week, every Tuesday, every Wednesday. I've only had a couple of payments in the last. How long have I been working for Camberley? I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. But there's only been a couple of times in all of that time where the payment's been a day late at maximum, and that's because there was a problem. But they normally on the ball every time. They're very reliable. But retired US great. They pay if you have minor children. The US is great. They pay if you have. I thought maybe you was doing a bit on Camberley, Ted. Or maybe not. Or maybe I might have got it wrong. It might be a different Ted. Ted. It's a different Ted I'm thinking about here. Ted Bahol. I'm Ted. No, I'm thinking about a different Ted. I do apologize. Yeah. I'm talking about Ted's vlogs. He's living down in Zamboanga City. No, not me, Steve. Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, sorry, my dear friend. Yeah, it's a different Ted. I was talking about. The Ted I'm thinking about is Ted's vlogs. He's got a channel, Ted's vlogs, and he's down in Zamboanga City. And I think he's doing a bit of teaching on Camberley. What do you think about the vlogger? Oh, thinks he's going for coffee and biscuits with immigration and then going to send him home. Doggy, I don't dislike the man. I really don't dislike Paul. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I've seen his videos. And yeah, you are totally right. He thinks he's going to go to immigration, tell him his story that his passport's run out. He hasn't paid his visa for 2 or 3 years and going to get a slap on the wrist and say, well, okay, it's okay. Just don't do it again. It's not going to work like that. They will. I don't know if they will hold him there. I don't know. But I believe they probably will, because not only has he, well, he's illegal for a long time, and they see that as an undesirable as well. So you are undocumented, undesirable alien in the Philippines. So I don't think he's coming out. Hope you're okay, Steve. Yes, all okay, David. Coffee sounds like you woke up, just fell down the hill. No, this is no. I didn't sleep very well there last night because, as I've been saying in this video, in this live, that my wife had a scan and the baby hasn't moved from breech position from last time, and the cord is around here and things like that. So, been a bit of a since yesterday, since we come back from the scan, been a bit of a quiet time, really, a bit of a thinking time. So that's why I look like I do. Hopefully tomorrow I'll sort myself out. I got my well done, mate. Yes, well done. Oh, you got yes. Was that hard to get, Doug? That's okay, David. That's okay, my friend. It's your part of life, nature, isn't it? You know, shit happens. It stops to me more often than not. How was the SRRV to get? Easy to get? Not hard at all. But are you like sort of ex-military then, Doug? It's expensive though, isn't it? Like if you're not kind of ex-military, like a veteran, I believe. Navy, yeah. Excellent. Navy, yeah. Only $1,500, I believe, isn't it? Thank you, my yeah, thanks, Joseph. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I think $1,500 just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it. Deposit fee. So yeah, 3,000 US dollars, and you got your SRRV. For someone like me, I don't know how much they charge. 50,000, I think. $50,000 deposit. But 13A, they've made some changes on the 13A, which means that if my wife dies, I still keep my 13A because I've got my son here and that. And if she hasn't made a will on the house, I get to keep the house and the land. But that's not going to happen, is it? You know, there's quite a big age gap difference. I'm going to die long before she does, especially with the stress that I'm under. I think my blood pressure's through the roof. Palpitations and all kinds of stuff going on here. So that's never going to happen. So those changes to the visa is not going to, it isn't not going to come into effect for me. 30K deposit, $30,000 deposit. If you're a vet. Yes, if you're a vet, it is the way to go. Yes, patient first. Yeah, patient first. True, patient first. Dollars after. But here, different, Cassie, different. Yeah, that's a lot of money, isn't it? 20, 30K. But at least then no one can ever take that visa off you. You know, you can separate or anything like that, and that's forever. I have no exit. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But exit clearances, not that I'm leaving the country, like. I went to 13A route and put my money in. Yeah, I got the 13A. I got that. And that was like 2 interviews. Oh no, it was one because we didn't have the probationary interview because of COVID-19. We had the permanent residency, the amendment interview. Nerve-wracking, that. Nerve-wracking. Yeah. $100 a year renewal. Yeah, see, we haven't got a renewal. The only thing we have to do once a year, we have to go and do an annual report, which is like 300 pesos. And after 5 years, we have to renew the card, which is $50 every 5 years. Every 5 years. So wasn't it $10 before, Doug? I think it was $10 before, and then, like for you, and it went up to $100. I was talking to my daughter, talking to herself. She's reading about the exercises to try and turn the baby around. Yeah, every 5 years. That's correct. Yeah. It was $300 before. Oh, so it's come down in price. Right. I think because, got to say as well, yesterday when I went into Dipolog, we went and did a little bit of shopping in Savermore, and there's quite a lot of foreigners in there, mate, wasn't there? There were, yeah. Like I noticed there's quite a lot of foreigners in Savermore, and I think Savermore, that doesn't matter. Savermore, and don't worry about it. I got my probation interview in August. Don't worry about that interview. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's right, Matt. Yeah, you got to pay them first. There you go. they won't operate till you pay them money. But yesterday, I think everyone must have the same feeling as me. There was this, no foreigner gives, or they weren't giving each other eye contact, because I'm sat back, I did my shopping, I'm waiting for Mira, so I'm just watching these foreigners walking around in Savemore, and no one's given, they aren't giving each other eye contact. Don't know why. But I mean, if I see a foreigner, hello, and then, but that's it. But I think these foreigners were totally ignoring each other, because they passed like that, and they knew each other, and they'd had an argument or something. I don't know. Yeah, the first interview was like a chica session. Yes, yeah, chica session. Gossip, yeah, gossip. Chismis, maritos. I hear Savemore is very popular. Yeah, it is. But Savemore, I think, is where we are. Is expensive, isn't it? Expensive. It's getting expensive in Savemore now. Pretty expensive. But like everyone, you got a small box with groceries in. It was like 2,800 pesos, I think. Nothing in there. I thought 2,800 pesos. I said to me, I was expecting 1,000. Just there's more than a bloody 1,000 pesos there. It's just me, it's me and my miserly brain. If I were on the moon and saw another person, would they be considered morose? If you was on the moon, another person. Good question. I think you'd both be foreigners to the moon. Good question, though. There are three main categories of expats here, at least. They ignore everyone. They're continually angry on the, hey, mate, how you doing? Yeah. It's true. I like the grocery store in City Mall. Yeah, that's where we was, in City Mall. That's where we was, yeah. Michael, in City Mall. That's where we was there yesterday. Never changed since you was here last time, though, Michael. The prices have increased. I suppose they've increased around the world. But yeah, I like it in there. Parking is good. You go up the top and you park. There's no problems with that. The one that used to be called Lee Plaza in there. Oh God, I've never liked Lee Plaza. I've never liked it. You got the escalators, the stairs, and that. I've never liked it in there. Too big for me. It's better if you can get your partner to shop at the local market for basic things. Yeah, save more for the else. We go to S&R on occasion. Yeah, S&R. There's a lot of people go there as well. S&R. I think you can get like a lot of the Western goodies in there. I think. I've never been to S&R. What did I go to S&R in Cebu? I can't remember. S&R in Cebu. I can't remember. I think we did. I think we did. Yeah. I remember once we sat in McDonald's. This was going back a few years ago, and all that. Remember that foreigner? And he sat beside us with his wife. Yeah. I was fighting. I'm not going to family. I was going to bat him. I was going to do that. I'm drinking. I'm going to buy a big muscly bloke. He's all about fighting. He's like a northern bloke, actually. But not far from. I think he was from Hartley. I think it was somewhere like that. I said to me, I just want to go. And we didn't even. Well, I didn't even finish my meal. I just wanted to get out of it. I've seen him a couple of times since, but not to talk to. He just talking about fighting. Oh, gee, me. He's talking about fighting all the time. And his wife was talking to you, wasn't he? Or his girlfriend, because she said she wasn't going to marry him because she didn't like him that much because of the way that he is. Didn't they? Costco. When I was working in, South Korea, and like you said, the Costco, you need a membership. Very true. In South Korea. And I used to go into Costco because I loved that restaurant out the back in Costco, and the ice creams and pizzas are beautiful. And because it was in Korea, bulgogi, I love bulgogi. What else? The kimchi and the samgyeopsal, and you could get all that in the the restaurant in the back of Costco. So I joined because of that. But I was there for quite a while. But I love Costco. But Costco is, you got to buy everything in bulk, cheeses and things like that. But yeah, in America, just one of them. I was craving Real cheese. Yeah, you know, get real cheese. Went to a market that carries Western cheeses. I ain't got a crate anymore. Oh, exactly. I wouldn't have a crate anymore for 1,600 pesos for 200 grams. Dear God. Michael, do you know how to make cheese? Because I know Michael is a good chef. I know Michael knows how to do a lot of things. SR in the Philippines is similar to Costco. Happy weekend, my friend. Happy weekend. Yeah. How do you make cheese? Real cheese. Ooh, Michael, can you get the ingredients here to make real cheese when you come? Real cheese. Ah, sorry. When I was in Korea, because I haven't been here all the time without leaving for 8 or 9 years. I did go to South Korea in between. When the COVID thing, because I couldn't work in the the academies there no more because of the COVID. So I went there, picked up my bits, come back here, and yeah, I had real cheese there, real cheese and the milk and the yogurts. It was hard to get, and you whole milk. You have a job to get whole milk here, I tell you that. Where did I see real milk? I did see real milk somewhere. I've scooped. The mechanic is done with my car. Okay, my friend. Hope they left enough gas to get me to an open station. Good luck with that. Good luck, Jeffrey. Yeah, got a scoop, mate. No probs. I make farmers and record all. Oh, great. Oh, well. That being said, as well, I hope this video doesn't get taken down. No, because I didn't show any. Fancy that though. You know them taking my live video down because I showed a picture of myself on my card because they said it's against the guidelines. Need cows for cheese. You can make goat cheese easy. Yes, I like goat cheese as well. I love goat cheese, which is feta cheese, isn't it? Is feta cheese goat cheese? Not sure, but I like goat's milk as well. I love goat's milk. I love goat's cheese. Not that I've had any since I've been in the Philippines. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to get any in the Philippines. I don't know. Just looking on here, feta cheese. Oh, going here, pointless. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Do you know what? I'm so kind of. I am technical. I'm technically a moron, really. I am. I know how to turn a computer on. I know how to do bits and pieces, but when it comes to anything more than that, I'm trying to. Yeah. We will try. Oh yeah, try again. But listen, people, I'm gonna have to go now because I've got a classy coming up at 11 o'clock, and I've got to psych myself up for it. But I'm gonna do a live. What day is it today? Friday, Saturday. I might do a live tomorrow in the morning. Possibly. I'm hoping to. Let me see. Because I'm doing this live, my computer is just slugged up. It's really slugged up. I don't know why, but it's slugged up. Is it hot? No, it's not hot. I don't know the reason for that. Anyway, people, I'm gonna go. Would you give Heidi one? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, Dougie. No, Heidi. Do you mean Heidi from something Antics? Was it Philippine Antics? You're very welcome, Shelby. You're very welcome. And yeah, one of the bosses at the Hall Food said I work with cheddar and cheese. Oh, nice. Take care. Not allowed into government. Yes, I think that's what it was. It was my government card. I was just showing what the iCard, what the 13A identity card looks like, and they gone. Thank you very much, you lovely people, and take good care. And thank you for joining in the chat and for joining me here. Listen to me talk rambling. I haven't been the best today because of what's in my mind, but tomorrow will be a better day, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm over and out. My friends. Take good care. Thank you. Bye-bye to all. Have a good day. Ending the stream, people. Over and out.